Good morning, everyone. This is Jade Phoenix here of the Phoenix Gate Podcast, and I am very honored to be here with celebrating the 30th Juneteenth celebration in a place that is very near and dear to me, Harlem, New York. I worked FDNY EMS here for 15 years. I worked out of Harlem Hospital, and so this whole entire community is very, very important to me. And I am honored to be sitting here with Imam Pasha. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam. Praise be to God.
Praise be to God.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, thank you very, very much to take time out of your celebration to talk to us.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your 30th year.
Praise be to God. Yes,
30th
ma'am.
year. I remember seeing these celebrations happening every year when I was working.
Absolutely.
For the last 15 of them at least.
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
You guys are the oldest known, this is like June, for those of you that do not know, Juneteenth is the oldest known celebration of the emancipation of slavery, which happened in Galveston, Texas in 1865, I believe. And it is one of the most significant days, I think, in African American history.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it represents, again, in Texas, they received the information about the African who was formerly enslaved being emancipated by then the President Lincoln. May God continue to bless him for his good efforts. And they received the message about 2 years later. Yeah, it was a long distance. It was already done, but the military who had to go deliver that message, it's not like we got today, get on a train or subway, call Uber, you had to,
that phone call.
Right, yeah. So it took 2 years before they knew about it in terms of that. So once they got that message, there was a jubilation quite naturally that we were free to finally have our life and the dignity of our life there, and we have been celebrating it since 1865.
As you should. As you should. Now, your beautiful mosque was founded in 1956. And I remember when I first started working in Harlem, I used to say to my partner, "What's that green dome?" Because it stood out in the architecture. And they explained to me that it was a mosque.
Yes.
And that you got renamed the mosque in 1976 to honor Malcolm X.
That's correct. Yeah, Imam Wallace D. Muhammad, who was the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the leader of the then Nation of Islam, in which Malcolm was accepted to come into. And Imam W. Muhammad, after quite naturally the passing of Malcolm and the time moving forward, he became the leader in 1975. And a few years after his leadership, he had invited the people, all of us around the country, in a major speech and talk, and asked us to say, there were several mosques historical, but Malcolm Shabazz Mosque was well known because of the work of Malcolm and him establishing the religion of Islam here from the Nation of Islam concept at that time. So the Imam asked the community, would we accept that he name it? It was the original mosque number 7. Yes. All right, and we accept the name of Malcolm X being put on it, which is Malcolm X's name is Malik Shabazz. All right, and we accepted that, and the whole community across the country accepted that. Yes, rightfully so, that he should be given the credit because he did do the work.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. I mean,
a great man and a great life, a great situation that added a lot to the dignity of not only us as a people in our toil and struggle, but I believe he added a lot of great work to humanity, period.
I agree. Malcolm X was a little bit before my time, unfortunately. I didn't get to see that. Yeah. It saddens me that I missed a lot of history because, unfortunately, I'm just not old enough. Yeah. But I did get to see some. I'm not as young as I look, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not. Excellent aging. When you took over as Imam, in just 8 short years, you did a lot of work for this community. You built 42 three-family homes. You have 3 buildings. I believe you helped in the affordable homes, hundreds of units of affordable housing here in Harlem. you also inspired the Malcolm Shabazz Harlem Market.
Absolutely, yeah. Incubator program in order to invite all the people of the community and to become entrepreneurs, to learn how to, as always been a philosophy of our history, to do for self. And actually that's a philosophy of America in terms of wanting to employ yourself in order to have something to then pass on to your family members for growth and development and etc. So that was a major acceptance, and we were invited to do that because of the controversies that were going on with what is known as vendors on 125th Street during that time, and there was a lot of back and forth and potential damage to the community. Potential rioting and actually was going to take place, and a big conflict between the New York City Police Department and those vendors. And many of those vendors coming from Africa, from Mexico, from different places, they came to us at the mosque and asked me would I help them because they did not want to engage in any kind of rioting or what have you. But to them, this was a life business that helped them not only here in America, but also helped to send money back home to help the poor conditions in the different countries, Africa, Mexico, different places they were coming from. So God blessed us to negotiate and be a negotiator between them and the city of New York. And we were able to be successful. And now that's been going on for about 20, almost 30 years now, too, 28, 27 years that we have operating that market. And we're now getting ready to, which was always set to be done, to build more affordable housing on that site. But we're incorporating the merchants, vendors, into that site because they have become a vital part of the community. Tourism is and etc. We have tourists come from all over the world to 116th Street and Malcolm X Boulevard, where 125th Street is well known, but as far as business is concerned, we have people come from all over to enjoy the cultural artifacts, the cultural dress, the tailors that are there that engage. So it's a wonderful thing all around for the community and a positive thing, and we thank God that we were able to be part of it.
I've always enjoyed the market. Like when I was working, it was a great place to get a bite to eat. Like you always could find something that you needed at the market. So I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I know my partners and all my coworkers also do enjoy everything. Do you have any upcoming projects that you would like to talk about?
Well, as was mentioned by the district attorney's representative here today about a joint venture food program. To make halal food, which is like saying kosher food, but for Islam it's halal with the restrictions we have in terms of what we can eat. And we have that food program is going to be kicking off next week in terms of in joint venture with the district attorney, which is a great thing to have a better relationship with both our police department, which we always have had since I've been here, and also with the district attorney and our political leadership. You know, this is an election year, so you have a lot of political leadership, I'm sure, will join us with the Juneteenth celebration after the parade and etc. But we have that program. We have our Claremont Muhammad schools. We have we own several lands in Randolph, Virginia, an historical site there, 130 acres of land, that in July, around July 4th weekend, we take close to 70 to 80 children from the city down to that rural area where we have lakes and cows and horses and all of these things, and teaching them agriculture, you know, so there's a great learning experience. And we always find out for all the years we have been doing this, we've owned that land for more than 30 years because it was purchased before I became the imam, and I've been here 30 years. And that land in Randolph, Virginia, historical site where our former parents were enslaved on that site, and there's sites that shows that work. But we raise up the dignity for whatever they suffer to bring good to that site. And all of the youth who come, we start at the age of 7 on up to 14. And when they first get there, coming out of the cities from around the country, it's a shock to them in terms of that. Yeah, but after about 3 days, they're good to go, and we have 2 weeks. And at the end of 2 weeks, no one wants to go home. nobody wants to go home. You know, so it's a beautiful thing. So we have that program. We're working on more affordable homes, which is going to be on this site where the market is. We just was able to even get increased affordability of the amount of homes we were going to do originally. Wow. And that's our purpose, to make sure for those who cannot buy, who can rent, to make sure it's affordable. And I mean, give people a chance who have been living here and suffered through a lot of things over the years that you're familiar with because you've been in the community, and now to have a dignified situation where a decent apartment, affordable to you, and all of the necessary services. Because years ago, there was no supermarket here, there was no banks here, none of those things were here. And as you did the research on me, I went and invited all of them to come and help us develop this community and bring in the banks and bring in the services, and then open up to our young folks to work and be employed and learn in those systems. And we work with the local school systems here too, along with our state senator, Cordell Clare, who's been a great help since she became the state senator, and working with many programs, food programs, clothing programs, how to own a home and how to maintain it. We have shops down here that we give for the homeowners, for the homes that the 42 homes you talked about. We had shops to show them how to maintain that home, how to save money. And by trade, I'm a plumber. So I taught a lot of those classes to show them how to maintain the plumbing, how to maintain these things so they wouldn't have to cost a lot of money over the years. And we've been blessed with our program because it wasn't an easy thing to do. When we built those homes, we had a lot of resistance because they wanted us to build single-family homes. And I had to present to them, single-family homes is not what's needed if you want to help this community who's been deprived. And I said, and the reason for that is just as the Europeans, when they came here, the brownstones, because therefore it gave a way for other family members to pass through and then make changes. So we were able to do that, and then also design those homes with three families, a homeowner with a duplex, a single family for a mother who's still working and have a few children, and a senior citizen who did not want to go into the 202 program, who's still active, where they can be in that building. And
we need to take care of our seniors.
We have to. And then after all of these years that they've been there from 2000, no foreclosures on any of them through all the crisis.
That is insane. No foreclosures. Everybody knows how to take care of their own homes. I mean, we're providing affordable housing, which I've been in this community for a hot minute. Some of these places, you know, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, we have to change that.
We do.
And we have to look at our political folks to hold them accountable and responsible. But we, too, as a community, must stand up and take charge because it's our community. And now all the newcomers who are here, we got to be able to share with them and meet with them so that they can understand the toil and struggle in which we have had and have respect for that and join us in this good work for the betterment of all of us who are residing in this great village of Harlem.
You hear that, hipsters? Respect the history. Respect the culture. We will not whitewash this area. No. This does not happen. Okay? Respect the culture. Thank you. All right? Imam, thank you so much for taking time. I know it's a crazy day for you, but seriously, I am so blessed that you got to sit and talk to me. I am really excited because, again, I've seen your community work from the other side, and I am absolutely honored that you took the time to talk to me, and I hope you have a blessed day.
Well, ma'am, we pray to God that He will bless you, your family, your husband here with you, and your extended family, that know that we're one human family, and that's our identity. Above all the identities we have, God made us all human, and if we can accept the human and the humanness in our heart, we won't see color, we'll see human beings and look out for each other, God willing.
Yeah. One of the things I always said in EMS is we all bleed red. You know, it does not matter what, if you look like me, if you look like you,
that's right.
If you look like my husband, who you can't see off screen, everybody bleeds red, and everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes. And you have been crucial to that in this culture, in this community. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, with your help, we will keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll try my best.
All right.
Thank you for this interview, guys. Stay tuned to the Phoenix Gate podcast, where we'll be covering the Juneteenth celebration the entire day. And stay blessed.